Okay, it is the Real Music Observer. I'm back. Under siege. Look, this is a hobby. These videos were intended to be thought-provoking, interesting, fun, examine some of the details going on in the classic rock world, stuff that I like or that I'm interested in. I saw the band Journey when I was 16 years old at a place called the Cape Cod Coliseum. The walls inside the Coliseum used to sweat. No lie. Made out of cement, but for some reason, just probably no adequate ventilation for, 8,000 people or something. And thus, the legend of the place. It was a great concert. It was my second concert ever. 16 years old. Befriended a DJ, and he said, "You want to go?" And I said, "Duh." And we went. And I was actually supposed to go backstage. That never happened because apparently DJ never arranged that, but that's what he told me. Would have been kind of cool. And so Journey means a lot to me as far as my growing up time. I had all the big albums. I had them. I even went back into the old stuff before when it was just Greg singing. And I listened to those albums. I listened to Spaceman. You guys know Spaceman. I listened to all those tunes from the old days. They had this compilation. It was like a double album. And I think it was called Journey, the Early Years or something like that. And had the logos that they come up with for Journey stuff are all just, for the brain at that age, you're like, this is the coolest thing. And you open it up and it's got all the old stuff in there. And again, they're trying to repackage with the new success. The music was so different, though. It was like progressive and it was almost jam bandish. It had like its own flavor to it. It was part Santana and part moving toward where Journey would go eventually. But it was really interesting music, and there was some really killer jams on there. Stuff I haven't listened to in years, by the way. I probably should go back and take a listen to it. First and foremost, this has got to be about music. I can't focus on personalities as much as things have devolved in the last 2 or 3 days regarding this, the stuff that's happening. See, the problem is social media makes everybody some kind of like a star. Like they go out there and they say, oh, well, I'm on Twitter and I said this, this, and this, and I really put that guy in his place. And then you get blocked. And then you're no longer, but you could get another Twitter account, by the way, and you just kind of look at things from afar. I never expected that this would get to this phase where I'm cruising down the road yesterday, and I'm listening to the radio, and the DJ comes on, and he starts talking about this rift within inside Journey. Now, maybe it's not a rift, like I said. Maybe I'm looking at this and saying, wow, this one guy just seems like he's ticked off at this other guy. And it's just weird because it doesn't seem like the other guy's doing anything to tick off that guy. And that's my observation. That's what I've observed. Some people have said, yeah, you're right. Other people have said, just quit it. Knock it off. Stop it. The fans are going crazy. Stop it. Your videos are inciting fans. Okay, well, this is what you have to work out. You have to look at, don't take my word. Don't even look at these videos. Go look at what's being said. Now, tweets can be deleted very easily. I just had a little Twitter fight and went back and looked at the tweets and they're all gone. It's like, here's my trail of destruction, and then I go back to look at the footprints and they're all gone. It's a weird world we live in. I come from the analog world. I'm kind of like Joe Walsh. He had an album a few years back called Analog Man. Great album, by the way. You should go out and purchase that if you don't have it already in your collection. Because Joe kind of analyzes the world from a point of view where things were just like the email wasn't there, social media wasn't there, you weren't constantly being barraged by information. You could actually put your stylus down on an album and play side one and then interactively get up and flip it over and play side two. That's the world I came from. Analog man, you know? As a DJ, when I first started on the air, it was all LPs. You had to queue up records, you know, cue the record back just enough. If you didn't, you'd get that sound when the record would start, and program director would walk in and say, "What the hell was that?" Cue the record properly. Listen to your cue. We had carts, which were kind of like glorified 8-tracks. You put the cart in, press a button, which was cool because you didn't have to cue the cart up. It was in there. You press the button and it's instantaneous. It's awesome. And first couple of years on pro radio, that's what I used to do. Carts, albums, and then these little discs became popular, and we're playing CDs, and we're all freaked out. They were the coolest thing. Cue those up, and better than a cart, better sound quality, and all that good stuff. But technology is moving so quickly, and communications are moving so fast, and people have a way. This is almost like wildfire. Like you drop a little gasoline on the ground and it just burns up. And I'm guilty of doing that on these videos. I should have kept these videos about just what the music sounds like, who's creating the music. Reporting a controversy, maybe I could have just done it and said, hey, you know, there's stuff going on and it's doesn't sound good. I hope they work it out. And that's kind of where I'm at now. This stuff doesn't sound good, and I hope they work it out. That's where I'm at. I mean, you can watch the other videos, and you might hear me say a lot of other things. You might hear me reading actual tweets that I printed out. But at this point, with all the hate and vitriol coming my way, again, this is a music channel. This isn't life or death, people. If you like music and you like the band Journey, then you're probably interested in their future. You're probably interested in their getting along, harmonious existence, you know? That would be cool. If that's not going to happen, then, you know, I do some speculation. I've looked at the future, and I've said the future might not be so bright. I don't know. Maybe this is all just a way. You know, this is how people communicate nowadays, too. They don't do face-to-face. I've suggested, why don't you guys sit down and talk about it and hash it out? Then do a little presser and say, hey, you know what? We worked this stuff out. We're both on the same page. We're both moving forward. We're going on tour next year with Def Leppard. It's going to be bigger and better than ever before. And I want to thank the fans who stuck with us. And just put it to bed. Put it to rest. And that way we're not all thinking, well, what's going to happen next? So, and as far as Steve Perry goes, I am not trying to replace anybody in Journey. I do not have hundreds of dollars to globetrot the country and hear bands. So if there's a band coming to my neck of the woods and they sound like a band that I like, and the ticket price is like $10 or something, hell, sure I'd go. And if I think, wow, that guy sounds a lot like Steve Perry, or that guy sounds a lot like Brad Delp, or that guy sounds, he's a dead ringer for Don Henley, I'm going to go, hey, that's pretty cool. Am I saying they're better? No. Am I saying they're going to replace the person in the band? No. Yes, I've implied that if anything happens, maybe they're going to look elsewhere. Maybe I've implied that Arnell, he's doing some solo work, hanging out with Kenny G. I got some stuff on that. It's pretty interesting. But who knows what's going to happen? Nobody knows what's going to happen. Look, these videos are just, they're think pieces, okay? They're me streaming consciousness over YouTube and the World Wide Web. I'm not infallible. And anybody who comes at me with all this, oh, well, you're just wrong on so much stuff, that's fine. I see the thumbs down. I don't read comments, but I see the thumbs down. If you want to comment, go over to Twitter and smack me around over there. Until I block you, which I haven't blocked anyone yet. But my video here is just to say, Neal, Schon, buddy, yesterday I did it in the car. was not in the greatest frame of mind after seeing the stuff about my family and all that stuff. I'm just saying, dude, please accept this apology. And everybody else who keeps, going over to Neal and saying, hey, this guy's coming at you. I'm not coming at you anymore. I'm done. I'm done coming at you. Everybody's got to work out their own stuff with themselves and sometimes with other people. And do it face to face. Okay? That's it. See you soon.